Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 16, Week 2, Day 2. So today, of course, we still got ourselves some good old Tower of Doom. We'll be going a little bit further into that. However, main event that we have going on for today, as per usual, is the faction event, as we do every Tuesday. This time around is for Dark Pits, a bit of a weird pure faction for this place. We do have the Deep Delve variant, so we do actually have two variants here. The new troop we got from was pretty useless when it came out, and we have a new one coming out this Friday as well, another Deep Delve coming out for Wild Court. But anyways, for the most part, as far as like the pure faction, you basically just run the tank legend into 3 of the Hex Rat. We even got to use it for the other team that we need to do for the trial yesterday, and honestly, that wasn't too bad. Trial actually ended up going out pretty well as far as Mrs. Skill's trial. The summoner definitely made it substantially easier. Since we could just summon things that were, you know, actually good. Unlike the base team. But anyways, but yeah, we'll be messing with that, making some progress on it, by all the usual stuff. Also, I have mail here? Did I not claim it earlier? There's an XP booster. Oh, it was just a legendary task done by someone. Thank you. And of course, we do have 2 XP boosters today. One from today, one from yesterday. We'll probably use both, might as well. That or delay some of it till Wednesday. That's the nice thing about it now. We can click claim on this other thing and just kind of let them sit here. And whenever we feel like using them, we just use them. Whether that be the day of, a couple days later, multiple days later, doesn't really matter. Just whenever we feel like it, we'll then go and be able to use it at a later point. So it'll be very convenient. Anyways, hello, yeah, hello, Mr. Z, hello, Chad, hello, Logic Slayer, hello, Sushi Ninja, hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's start getting into things. I guess we will start with, I kind of want to save the faction for a little bit. So let's actually start with Tower of Doom and get these battles down. So we're currently at the 17th floor. The guild has scouted all the way through, which is nice. So we should be good to go. Main one we need here then is this one. We need a 5 and a 2. We did the 5, now I gotta go do the 2. And we're still using Marilith into Diamantina. You can do this into whatever your biggest damage source is that you have under green. And I also put it here all the way in last slot. You can put it in first to tank. Main reason we have it all the way down there is just so it doesn't block on green mana, allowing us to get our mana just a little bit quicker. As Marilith's not quite at the point where we'll die. And unlike things like dungeons and such, there's pretty much no penalty to dying in this mode. Like losing, yes, but you know, losing troops specifically does not have any penalty associated to it. So if Marilith does go down, it doesn't really matter as long as we still win the fight quickly. Or even at all. Ideally quickly though, of course. But anyways, hopefully you guys have been having a wonderful, wonderful week so far. What do we have here? We got a Vow Raven. Yeah, we'll take the blue for now. Get the Marilith. Well, you don't like Tower of Doom? Honestly, I actually do enjoy it. I like that it actually requires communication with your guild. Because basically every other game mode in the entire game, you could pretty much just ignore that your guild exists. You can't really do that with Tower of Doom. Unlike many other ones. If anything, I wish it was slightly more cooperative. As far as everything with it. But, I don't know, I still like it. It's definitely not my favorite mode in the game, but I'd still say it's in the better half of modes. I will take that one down. The variety also isn't too bad compared to some other modes. Like Bounty Hunter, that's just like way too repetitive once it gets to the later stages. It's so weird too, because Bounty Hunter in theory is set up correctly initially. Like, you know, you're constantly getting a different fight every single time. But for whatever reason, instead of cycling back through the fights, you just keep fighting the very last fight over and over again. Like 2/3 of Bounty Hunters just fighting the same team like 40-something times or however many it is. I forget how many battles you have to do. Obviously 20 to get there, but you know, I mean like once you get there. Like how many you need to end up ultimately doing there. But it's about 2/3 of the total amount of fights. You're just sitting on the final fight. Which is of course not ideal. They kind of fixed that with some other modes that are kind of like it. But I never went back to actually fix Bounty Hunter itself. Luckily it's a pretty short mode. These days it takes like, what, an hour and a half, give or take. Sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, depending if you're earlier in the game. Or depending on what the options are, too. Like, sometimes we have, like, a really good bounty troop, and other times it is just completely pointless and just sits there doing nothing. And sometimes the meta changes every few years. Because, gosh, does it barely ever get new options. But anyways, hello, Isabel! Hello, Logic Slayer! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Mr. Z. Alright, what do we need here? What do we need? What do we need? We'll go for Explosion first. Get that rolling. Get ourselves a nice big old Diamantina. Also, wow, we're needing a lot of casts of Diamantina to get this down. It might finally be time to tank with Hero soon. Also, we have to be careful. Diamantina is our only damage source. So it might be time to start doing double Diamantina with and just scrap the Leprechaun. It would slow down our wins, but it'd be a lot safer. My big concern against a lot of these Dooms going forward is going to be their def mark mechanic. There's not much we could do to really stop it with this team. I guess we could go Orpheus Metals and try to cleanse it off, but that isn't going to fully fix the issue every single time. Okay, we got Valraven in first slot. Other big issue with this team, we don't have single target, so if we see any skulls here since he is in first slot, we are going to take them, as they are our only way of really effectively hitting him in any way, shape, or form here. So we'll do that, get the other AoE, if he'll ever let me. At least he's being really nice and not really taking yellows from the board. Though in all fairness, there hasn't really been many opportunities for him to do so. Airlift's still holding in there, ever so barely, but enough so to not die, which is great. Alright, 19. Actually, we're almost done with Underspire. Or, I mean, with Doom already. I think tomorrow we might be. We're going to be really close. Because between all of our Fireballs and Heroisms we already have. Alright, so we did the 5. We need a 4. So we'll take that one. So we're going to be at 20-something right now. Hello, Lesta! Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. Alright, what do we need here? Let's go for Explosion. Get a Diamantina. Sacrificing some of the allies could be good. Oh yeah, I kept mentioning this troop earlier, but Gluttony is just so much better than the troop that ended up coming out this week. It explodes 4 gems of an enemy's color, so, you know, a small amount of mana accumulation, and then a 20% chance to devour each time for 12 mana cost. So you can end up getting full Cascade back to full mana with that 20% devour. It is random when it goes to, unfortunately. However, I still feel like it's one of the better low rarity devourers out there. They've made quite a few of them over time, and of course one of them coming in this week, which is why I mentioned it. However, I don't know, it's not that good. Though its devour rate does seem a little bugged, like the new troop that came out. Because, gosh, do we just do insane when we were doing it for the event yesterday. Because when we got it summoned, it did double devour into a 10% def mark kill. Could have just been that we got really lucky, but it did. Every devour we tried, it landed. Because I haven't actually messed with the troop much. My full amount of usage of it was pretty much during the stream yesterday. So we haven't really had the opportunity to mess around with him much. But he's pretty nice. Alright, let's go for Leprechaun there. No, don't drain the guy I need mana on. That's not nice. Yeah, the Spare Fox could be a little annoying. Nothing we could do about it, though, since no single target. Also, one thing I keep forgetting, too, we can actually cast Ring for durability if we really need to. If we can get out of, like, one skull range by casting it compared to not casting it, it might be worthwhile to consider it here and there. Especially when it's further up in our team, but we'll keep it there for now. I think it's fine in last slot. Come on, Valraven. Okay, battle number 4. Wait, is that the right one? I keep clicking that, trying to get into the other menu. Yeah, 4. That's the only one we need then. Alright, let's go over here. And I'm not sure if the battles we get tomorrow will be enough. I think we need till Thursday. If we didn't waste that one battle, because unfortunately it was initially scouted wrong in the guild. If we didn't waste that one battle, I think we would have enough to do it tomorrow. I think we're going to be exactly 1 sigil short tomorrow. We'll find out. Not too big a deal, though. It almost always gets fully completed by Thursday. Oh, no, we lost Marilith! Time to start restructuring the team. Oh, no, wait, we actually lose this fight. Hold up. He has a 5% chance to devour. If he lands it, we auto lose. Hopefully he does not. Okay, doesn't look like he will. Alright, we're fine for now. Let me take that, just get out of the way. Take the nice big AoE. I kind of want to do this for durability, but also we're kind of not going to need it. Let's let him do whatever. Take him out there. If only we had one small little poke. This doesn't enchant or anything, so I might as well just take mana. He drains that, that's fine. Let's take the last of our mana, and as match. Good to go. And we're out of sigils, but we got the boss room. We have 3 fireballs, a heroism. Let's see what our pathing is going to be. Alright, where's up to 25? 25, 25. Okay, there's 25. So our pathing is the following. We would do... Okay, so 1, 2, 3... Yeah, we're not going to be able to finish it tomorrow. 4, 5, 6. We're going to get at least 1 Valraven. If we get 2 Valravens, maybe. Because Fireball 7. Fireball 8. Where's the other one? Heroism. Alright, so it's actually 7 because we had 3 fireballs, not 2. So if we get 2 Valravens tomorrow, we would have enough. Otherwise, we're exactly 1 sigil short, which is exactly what I said. I knew it. We're either exactly 1 sigil short if we get 1 Valraven, but if we get 2 Valravens, we will have everything we need to finish tomorrow. So it really comes down to, do we get 1 Valraven or do we get 2 Valravens? And, I don't know, we'll find out tomorrow. But anyways, that's where Tower of Doom is laying there. Let's see, important Moonstone question. Did Genki tell you last fish was actually the boot? Oh, was it? Interesting. Oh, wait, that means I have to sell it to her? Wait. Oh, I never bothered selling it to him. Wait, have I truly never sold him a single boot? I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. But yeah, we'll need to do that next stream, which will probably be the Saturday, most likely. But, oh, that's really funny. Wow. Yeah, we just ate all the boots instead. Hey, the boots tasted good. Anyways, so Tower of Doom completed. Anyways, so, I can't believe that, though. Oh, that's really funny. We're still missing that other fish, by the way. I haven't gotten it. Actually, I still haven't played it since last stream. I might not. We'll see. We'll definitely play it on the stream, of course, though. Anyways, let's go do the other dailies. Got 100 gems today, so might as well go grab it. Let's use Magnesia. Still been using this team for this. So hello, it's Time V2. Welcome, welcome. You're using Persistence 2 times with the Todd. Oh yeah, Infinite Todd. I was considering that for Green Tower of Doom. I think I built one for the faction team, but I didn't end up making one, or, you know, I didn't end up ultimately using it for Tower of Doom, like a version of it. But, yeah, Infinite Todd works pretty good. It has the benefit of being able to target the Valraven and Doom first, so you don't die to them. It also has Infinite Loop, so it generally won't miss. Only thing that's really concerned with it is, like, maybe Spirit Fox Green team. Just because you have 4 times Green and Spirit Fox, which are kind of annoying. But aside from that, should be good against both of them. As is pretty much infinite loop by like turn 2, turn 3. Sometimes even turn 1, depending on how it goes. Oh, what do we need here? I could vertical list and try it twice. We missed twice, unfortunate. There's also not enough damage, oddly enough. Okay, that summon's really annoying. It's right out of our kill range of the other guy. But not out of kill range of Phoenicia. Grab our 100 gems, definitely adds up. We definitely need them, that's for sure. We have been so low on gems lately. So absurdly low on gems. It's the lowest we've been in a... ever? Maybe not ever. But in a very, very, very long time, it has been the lowest the numbers have ever been. Slowly but surely, we shall get back up on them. And there's another 100 for the pile. Also, what's our dailies today? Complete a delve... Get some gold. Okay, so the only thing I have to go out of my way for is a... Oh, no, I don't. Hold up. Completing a delve is not out of our way today. Ooh. Because the faction event is a delve. So, yeah, we actually don't have to go out of our way at all for that. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, top 3? Oh, top 3! Up, redeem code time. Let's go get this old gob. Okay, let's make sure we don't misclick this. Let's be very, very careful here. I'll see you guys go. Code number 1. We'll have another one in a little bit. But, there we go. Perfect dungeon. Let's not mess it up, hopefully. But, there we go. You know what? We haven't gotten to play Guess the Door in such a long time. We've actually gotten more perfect dungeons than Guess the Doors in the last, like, 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure what's up with that. Like, we've been getting, like, slightly more than 1 a week. Like, 1.3 a week almost lately. Yeah, we haven't gotten a single Guess the Door in, I think, like, almost a month. I'm not sure what's going on with that. We're actually finding more perfects than we are 2 offs, or I guess 1 off in a sense. Where we find 2 and then a boost room, rather than all 3 just sitting there. Yeah, we've been getting really lucky on it lately. Okay, let me not misclick. I keep wanting to click downwards, but let's make sure to click the actual boss rooms. Do not misclick the other rooms. Exceedingly important. Costs 120 Dragonite if we misclick. It's a lot of Dragonite. Don't they cost like 5 gems each or something? We used to buy them. I actually forget now that we haven't been buying them. But I think their value is essentially like 5 gems each. Which is very expensive. Which means, wait, that's like a 600 gem drop then. I never really broke it down like that. But, yeah, it's basically 600 gems when we get a 120. It's not in actual physical gems, but it's in the next best thing at the moment, Dragonite. Because we might be needing that for an upcoming patch soon. Good old Dragonite. It isn't confirmed yet. Oh, speaking of which, is there a patch tonight? I don't think there is. I think it's going to be next week's Tuesday. But there's a non-zero chance we're getting a patch within the next hour. I'm gonna double check something. Does Gems of War on their forum have patch notes yet? Patch notes? Patch notes? Any patch notes? Any patch notes? Any rogue patch notes? I almost forgot about that, but there is a small chance. Let's see. It's not there. There's another section though, the patch notes section. Nope, there's 7.1. It's still not yet. It's probably next week's Tuesday, probably. There's still a slight chance of this today, but it's almost guaranteed to be next week's Tuesday then. So there's not a guarantee that it will be, but there's a really high chance next week's Tuesday is a patch. It should set up the Halloween event as well as do whatever on earth they're doing with it. As far as like actual content. Well, we'll find out soon. But yeah, it's probably not tonight. Though some of them have been quite a bit later lately, but there is our 120 Dragonite. But yeah, this is what I mean when I say they're 5 gems each. To mass buy Dragonite, you'd have to spend, what is that? You'd have to spend 300 gems, so 60 Dragonite, coming out to 5 gems per Dragonite there. So, yeah, 5 gems each. And of course, we could take these now that we already got it. You don't, like, minus it from your pile by taking these. There we go. Anyways. So, we did that perfectly. Oh, there's a redeem code we just handed out. Same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot. It's greatly appreciated. There you guys go. Enjoy. Redeem codes over there in chat. Okay, so, next thing. We did that. Let's go do a delve. So, of course, very easy way to go do a delve today. We currently have an event for it. You can run either Rowain build or Guard's Avatar, or anything else you want to run. With Leprechaun, of course. And we're just going the Guard route. I'm not sure if Rowain is quicker. We don't have access to Mirage Queen this time around. So, I'm just sticking with Guard. Big fan of Guard, we're going to stick with Guard. If we use Guard, we're going to use Guard. Unless the really good Rowain team is around, in which case we'll use the really good Rowain team. But we don't have access to blue or red. So we can't use, like, the really, really quick Rowain build. We can use the alternative where you, like, double up on Rowain. But the super ultra quick one we can't end up using, so we're just going to stick with this one. Should be about the same speed for most fights, if not quicker. Because that delay to range is actually quicker since we can one-shot for wider range than what Rowain can. That's actually one nice benefit of Guard's Avatar. As stats keep going higher and higher, his kill range is actually slightly better than Rowain. Mostly because it does damage to everything simultaneously and gains a bit more benefit from the magic compared to Rowain. While they both gain the same amount of benefit from armor, he gains more benefit from magic going up. Because Rowain, for every 1 magic, does 1 additional damage. Whereas he, for every 1 magic, theoretically does 2 additional damage. 0.5 per enemy, but in total, 2. Whereas Rowain only does 1, always, with 1 additional magic. They both theoretically have the same damage increase for armor. So, for example, for every 1 armor, Rowain does 2 extra damage. And he does 0.5 per armor. But that 0.5 is across all 4 units, which is 2. So they both gain the exact overall damage output from armor being increased, but from specifically magic being increased. As stats go higher and higher, Guard's Avatar actually gets more scaling due to his full AoE being slightly more scaled than her split damage off of magic. Ever so slightly, but he does eventually break further and further ahead of Rowain as time goes on. They both scale pretty similarly, but he scales ever so slightly quicker, assuming you're gaining a pretty similar amount of magic and armor. That tends to not be the case because, you know, armor tends to go up more, but regardless, over time, he does become better than Rowain. It's one of the reasons we've actually been using him more in the last couple years. Because if you would have watched this, like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, even when he still existed, like, we still used him, but probably not as much as we do these days. Especially for, like, for Underworld and such. But it's mostly because as time goes on, he does actually get better as magic gets higher relative to Rowain. So if you have, like, a day like this where you have the option of Rowain or him, he's becoming increasingly better over time. Slowly, but ever so slowly. But he is getting there. He's not going to be a replacement for everything, though. There's still plenty of quick kill Rowain teams. Plus, Rowain has the nice benefit of the super quick win, where you can take a 4 times green or blue to auto win. Whereas you cannot do that with Guard's Avatar. Something that he lacks due to his higher mana costs. And of course, Rowain build's always going to be way easier to build than Guard. As Guard requires you to own the Mythic himself, and it requires the Legend. Because the whole reason this team even works is the 50% mana start from Surquet and Hadley. Otherwise, this team would be very slow without it. And there we go. We could technically go claim our XP booster if we want, though I'll probably run it separately. We'll do that a little bit later to stream. Also, one thing I should also go do, we need armor, so let me just set to pure armor. Because we already have 50% mana store off of Cirqua and Hadley. And we're good to go. Let's go clear through the rest of these now. One floor down. What is it? 5 to go? You got a perfect dungeon in a row? Nice. Or 3 perfect dungeons. Oh, I thought you said 2. Nice. That's even better. I think our best ever was 3 or 4 in a row. I can't remember which. It actually happened during Christmas, oddly enough. I think 2019 Christmas? We ended up getting 4... Oh, no, that was for something else, though. It wasn't Perfect Dungeon. Though it was something with similar chance. It was Perfect... my bad. Yeah, I've actually never gotten that many Perfects in a row. I'm not even sure if I did double Perfect for Dungeon Thingy. But what I have done it on was... you know the 100 gem offer you sometimes get at the top? Not at the bottom like we just did today on Adventure Board. But the one that you can get on the top where it tells you to kill like 150 of a color. And it gives you 100 gems instead of 20. I've gotten that 4 days in a row back in late 2019. Around the Christmas time. It was absolutely insane. I think only 3 of them were on stream. But then, of course, the day after, when I was away on holiday seeing some family, well, we got it again. So, yeah, it was really insane. They're both about the same chance. Like roughly 5% chance or so that it ends up occurring. If anything, I think the dungeon one might actually be slightly rarer than 5%. I forget what the exact odds are. Someone did the math on the statistical average of picking 3 rooms and them being the same each time. Actually, it might be slightly more common. I don't even remember. I forget what the math was to actually figure that out, because I don't know. That's slightly more complicated than the basic math I'm good at. The formula that you would need to figure that out. Alright, don't summon, don't summon. Wait, do you even have summon? I always think he has that 25% chance to summon an Ancient Horror. I don't think he does. Now that I think about it. I think it's just a, oh, what would you call it? He has the, 50% score reduction. He doesn't actually have Revive on Death, I'm pretty sure. We don't actually have to worry about that. Which is good, because it would waste time if we did. Alright, what do we need here? We'll go for Explosion. Alright, third the way through. I do wish there was a quicker way to do the faction events on Tuesday, though. Out of any one daily that cycles around every week that only takes 1 day, this is by far the longest. Actually, it takes more than all the other ones combined. It actually takes that long. It's not that bad because it's like, what, 20-ish minutes? But it is still so long compared to the other ones. And the loot for it has been, not any lower, but it's been more dated because of vault keys and everything. Because all you get from it is 2 orbs and a vault key. But, you know, that's not bad loot. Especially relative to the time, but you compare it to, like, modern-day Vault event, it is, like, negative loot. Not literally negative, but, you know. Compared to that, it's low. Compared to anything else you could be doing your time on a Tuesday within the game, it's really high low. The event does take a good, like, 20-30 minutes. Because you compare it to other events, Monday, there's no specific event. It's just all the weeklies getting initialized. Tuesday, there's this. Wednesday, pet event. Pet event takes under 5 minutes. Later in the game, you could even get like 3-4 minute times. Other ones. Thursday, class event. Takes a little bit of time. It's like 10-ish minutes, give or take. Depends what the team options are that we have. And then that's all of them. I didn't even think about that. We actually technically do only have 3, don't we? Like day-long events that only occur for one singular day throughout a week. There's only 3. This on Tuesdays, pet rescue on Wednesday, and class event on Thursday. A lot of times I just skip the pet event, because it's not a pet we need. However, if I'm not mistaken, next week's Wednesday, not this week. This week is a Miss the Scales pet. But next week's Wednesday should be the Halloween pet, so definitely don't miss that one. as the 2023 Halloween pet is that day. And I'm still not sure if we're handing out the redeem code for our pet on Halloween or on the day that the game gives one. I'll probably wait till Halloween. Like the day of Halloween. Well, you know when Halloween is. The 31st, the night of the 31st. Our jury duty day. I still can't believe I have jury duty on Halloween. Do I essentially say Wednesday? Oh no, isn't that how you say Wednesday? How else do you say Wednesday? Oh no, this is how I pronounce Wednesday. Though we definitely mispronounce many things. Give it out on jury duty celebration? I still need to go get pants, by the way. Still haven't done that. It's not that hard to go find pants, though. I just haven't bothered going out for it. You say Wednesday? I learned how to spell it by Wednesday. But I don't pronounce it like that, I don't feel like. Wednesday? Wednesday. Hello, K-Collier, welcome. Get a whole business suit? No, we're not gonna go that formal. Just not sure what shirt I'm wearing, or if I'll just buy one for it. Might just buy one since I'm already out. Just go pantsless, maybe you'll get out of jury duty, no. I don't know, we'll see if we get out of it, though, naturally. I still don't quite know how it even goes down. I'm just gonna show up there and just be like, what do I need to do? Gonna be, like, so aimless there. Randomly probably walk in on someone else's hearing. These are directions were not particularly good. It's like, here's like a vague map of the area with an X on a spot. Like, no, like, picture, no nothing, just a black and white, like, square-looking object with little turns in it with an X marked on it, like, go here. Like a little treasure trail. Gotta dig up some treasure. But it's such a vague map to where you have to go on the premises. Why does Dark Pits have two different maps? Because it has a deep delve variety. Any of them that have a second map are all ones that have deep delve. Like, for example, we're getting a new deep delve this Friday for Wild Court. So as of after that Friday, anytime we have a Wild Court Tuesday event, it'll have both the normal variant and the new Deep Delve variant. The Deep Delve variant for most of them have been better. However, City of Thieves was the first time ever where Deep Delve variant was actually worse than its original variant. But for the most part, most Deep Delve variants have more treasure rooms than they originally had, as well as generally a slightly more favorable layout, but not always. And normally they're supposed to have better loot, but City of Thieves is the first example of that not happening. You sit in a waiting room, and then if you're called, then you go to the voir dire, then if chosen for trial or not. Interesting. Also, I haven't been called by my actual name in such a while. Because none of my friends ever call me by my actual name. Like, aside from family and such, I don't think anyone has actually called me by my actual name since, like, gosh, 2013? It's been almost a decade. It's kind of funny because even in high school, I almost slightly didn't go as my normal name. Because that's where the nickname even originated from. Sometimes we only have 3 rooms to beat, and other times we have to go around. Yeah, sometimes you don't have rush method. Some deep delves might have like a long path to get to the room, whereas the normal variant has like a 3-room rush. So it does affect rush method as well slightly, if you are going down the rush method route. Rush method costs more sigils, or a little bit more gems, I mean. But it is substantially quicker. It would save you like 10 minutes if you spend like 90 gems on this day. Or 120 gems, however much the first 2 tiers are. If you bought the first 2 tiers, it would save you about 10 minutes every Tuesday, but it would cost you however many gems that is, which is 30 plus 60, I think? Let me double check. What's the second tier cost? I actually don't remember. But for that gem cost, you can save about 10 minutes every Tuesday if you do rush method. Yeah, it's 90 gems. So about 90 gems can save you 10 minutes every Tuesday. Though the rush method is slower or quicker for some delves than others. Ideally, you'd want to do it on a 3-room layout. But, you know, sometimes we have a 4-room or a 5-room. And this one, I believe, is a 3-room and a 4-room, if I'm not mistaken. The normal path, I believe, just goes straight, and then the deep delve is like a 4 off. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, you can still do a 3 in this one. Oh, no, never mind, it's a 4. Yeah, so the deep delve variant requires you to do 4 rooms. But the normal variant only is 3-room. So that can be different on deep delve compared to normal. Oh, we actually got extra turn there, nice. Exactly what we wanted to see. Right, skip all that. Alright, 2 more to go, and then we'll hand out another code. Then we'll go clear out everything else. Because we definitely want to XP farm today. We also want to go and probably, Gee, is there any other objective we really need? I guess that's kind of it. We actually kind of already did everything already. I keep forgetting how quickly some of the dailies go by. Even when doing basically all of them. I guess with some exception. I take that one over. Make sure I don't take the cell phones. Yeah, I was considering keeping them behind. And just, like, leaving them in the car or something. Here they take it to never be seen again if they go off. Well, you're allowed to bring them. They just have to be silent. But yeah, I'm not going to be bringing either. I barely even use phones anyway, so I can easily live without a phone for days, weeks, months, years. Let's see. We'll take that one over. They take it permanently? Oh, gosh. Yeah, something in the rules said, like, it has to be, like, completely silent. You're allowed to have it, though. But it has to be, like, completely silent and everything else. What they do when it isn't, I don't know. You finally got some sleep? Nice, Genki. Glad you were able to catch up on sleep. Football's been going well. Oh, it's more about the camera video aspect. Interesting. Yeah, I might still just bring it, but just bring the cheaper one. Because I don't have anything important on it. Because I just realized I am still going to need to, like, call a ride. Like, after the fact. I just need to remember how to disable everything on it. It's normally pretty silent, but I'll just click the off completely button. I was mentioning at the other stream too, I might finally have to go into a metal detector again. Other than for airports, I haven't been in a metal detector since high school. Because they always searched you before you go into the school. Because the only other time I've been in my entire adult life was airports, of course. So this should be the final floor that we need. Unless we get really unlucky with multipliers, which might have happened, but I'm mostly just taking multiplier order rather than treasure order. I think I didn't on one of them, but that's fine. Find out. Also, Hourglass Gem coming in play very nicely there. I'm still really curious what the first few Hourglass Gem mechanic troops are going to be for Gems of War. I haven't actually looked at the spoilers to see, because we probably already know all of them that are coming, but I didn't bother looking ahead. The only one I've seen, of course, is the Mythic so far, which looks pretty nice. Definitely has a lot of potential. Has a lot of potential. Even though it doesn't feed yellow back into itself, it's still going to be pretty good. I'm curious if any of the Hourglass mechanics will be able to feed yellow back into itself, because that's going to be huge if so. Like, you might be able to get infinite loop, even if it's only, like, crate 3 Hourglass gems. Oh, but if it doesn't do it with any follow-up, that could be kind of annoying, though. Like, if it feeds yellow back into itself, but it creates such a few amount that, like, barely does anything. That would be slightly concerning, but, I don't know, we'll see what we get. We'll see in time. Alright, I just need to get full mana. I was going to double Cascade that. Probably should have. Still kind of can. We'll do that. The last of our mana. Because I didn't want to cast the other one because it wouldn't have been enough. Plus, we get to kill with that. If we'll ever take the skull. There we go. But yeah, Genki, are you streaming tonight? Because I'll stop by if you are at some time tonight. If you happen to be. Also, how goes the Moonstone Islands? Because I still haven't caught up on your streams. I'm either 2 or 3 behind. Still need to go catch them. Also, I still never checked to see if they've done that mega ultra update they were going to do. I assume they haven't yet. I'm not sure why, but I feel like a lot of games these days, they just randomly shadow drop the biggest updates they ever do. Like, it'll just be a normal day, no, like, countdown or anything. It's like, oh yeah, we're just releasing, like, the biggest patch we ever did today. I feel like a lot of games do that. Gems of War does it a ton. Like, we could be getting the big, like, 7.0 patch. Like, I think we knew about it, like, a week in advance, maybe, if that. Like, and normally we don't even know of it in advance. That was like one of the rare circumstances where we did. But other times it's like, oh, here it is. Just randomly drop it. Like, you know, when version 7.2 of Gems of War comes out, it'll randomly drop. For all I know, it could drop in like 10 minutes from now. Probably won't. It's probably going to be next week's Tuesday. But when it drops, it's just going to randomly come out. No kind of like, hey, we're going to do it maybe around this time or anything like that. Nope, just drop it. Out of nowhere. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, actually, that's a big enough number that doesn't really matter. If that was a really small number, it'd be like, oh. But that's actually kind of big, being over 1,000 off. Multipliers were not nice to us. What do we need here? Third explosion. And honestly, that might already be enough points. Does it tell me how many points I got? No, I need one more. And that will be enough points. And then we'll go hand out the code. Let me actually go get it prepped. Let's go into our nice little code bag. How many do I have left? Let me do a head count real quick to see if I can still keep giving out like 2 a day. But there you guys go. Enjoy. Final code for now. But let me do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, we have like 24-ish. So yeah, we do have enough basically for the rest of this month to hand out 2 a day. With like an exception of like maybe 1 or 2 days. But it also assumes we get codes exactly on November 1st. So I should pester her for them immediately. Because I should mention like, hey, my birthday's on that day. Your birthday's like really early in that month. And maybe she'll give us the birthday cake anniversary pet. Because it is the anniversary month. And I believe the cake was the very first one. I'm not sure if you guys have it or not. But I'm pretty sure that was the very first one they ever did. It was like 2018's anniversary. I think it was the 5-year anniversary. Oh, if that's the case, it would have been 2019 then. Oh no, yeah, that was the 2014 one. Then we had the one after that was the cupcake for 5-year, I believe. So yeah, the cake for 2018, I believe, was the first pet they ever did because that was around when pets were added, which would have been the 4-year anniversary of the game pet. But despite being the 4-year anniversary pet, it was the first ever anniversary pet, despite it being the 4-year anniversary one. Just because obviously the pet mechanic did not exist the entire game. And then lately we've been getting a lot of like the very first pets for them. Like the Halloween pet we have, I believe is the first Halloween pet that was ever added to the game. Like the 2018, 2019 one or something. We'll hand that out on Halloween itself. Alright, we got all the rewards. Let's go claim it. And double green. Absolutely awful. Why do we even do this event? At least we got the Vault key. You know what? Let me go open the Vault key. Let's go open every last Vault key we have. How many do we have right now? 2. This is the Vault key from today and like some other event we just had recently. Let me go claim these because I got to see the disappointment that's in this key. Because I will not accept double green. Gotta try a little better than that. Alright, let's go for a Leprechaun. Get a Diamantina down. There should be enough skulls. Alright, well that one's awful. And this is the one we got today. Let's see, will it redeem itself? Or will it be worse than double green somehow? It is... Oh! Oh wow, 60,000 gold? Off a normal gnome? A 2 diamond? Well, I don't know. We're about to find out if it's better or not. Moment of truth. Watch it be a major green. We're gonna go to a double green into a major green. That'd be so bad. Ah, that's about just as worse, though. The 60,000 gold was better than that. Well, at least we got 60,000 gold from a normal gnome, so it wasn't completely useless. And there's the same code as always. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. The invite code is in your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat, starting with AR. And give same loot as always, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot. It's greatly appreciated. Anyways, we got 2 XP boosters. Let's go use those boosters. Where's my timer at? Let me go get rid of this. We're not going to need that for the rest of the stream. We didn't get a single good orb. Let me go bring out our good old timer. And yeah, let's go do 2... I was going to say 2 hours straight. Half an hour straight of 2 little boosters. The one from today and the one from yesterday. Because I didn't bother using yesterday's yet. I really like that you could delay them really easily now. I really like that mechanic. So whenever we feel like using them, like right now, we can go use them. And if we don't feel like using them, if we only want to do one right now and not use up the other, well, we can. It would make more sense to use the one in my mail first if we do that. So you know what, let's actually do it that way. Because you know what, I think I actually am going to do that. I just convinced myself. But yeah, I'm going to use yesterday's booster. Just so I could refresh the timer and have this be a 7-day delay booster. And do it that way. Look at that. How convenient is that? Alright, let me just do a Dust Devil real quick. Not there. Not there either. Oh, well, I guess we could do it there. Is there any annoying bonus here? I know Cinemirage doesn't. Let me just do Cinemirage this week. But yeah, we're just going to use one booster, actually. Save the other one for tomorrow. That is not the team I wanted. Fail. Whoops. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I already got all the boots and everything. That wasn't the problem. The problem is I never sold the boot. Because I didn't realize that was a thing. But yeah, no, we have plenty of platinum boots. I think we have like 20 of them. I'm still trying to find the Moonstone quality thingy in that game. We spent like 3+ hours on one stream when we were streaming last time to try to find it. I've still not found it. We've tried everything to try to get that thing. I was going to try grinding it off stream. I still haven't yet. Probably will try. We'll see. Otherwise, next time we stream it, that'll be one side goal. I just don't want to waste too much time with it. Otherwise, we're going to spend like forever trying to get it. We've platinumed like every fish like 5 times over except that one. We still keep finding it, just not in max quality. But anyways, let's go do the XP booster now. Let's run this one. And start the timer, and we're good to go. Alright, let it begin. First, Cinemirage. I'll use that one Dust Devil team just so we already have it set. Hey, the only reason we ate boots in that game is it was more efficient to eat them than it was to scrap them. It was a quicker process to eat than to scrap, as far as menuing was concerned. So we ate most of the boots, as well as the fish. Pretty much anything we caught, edible or otherwise. I don't know, there's definitely some meats that taste like leather. Though most of those meats I do not like. Like beef jerky and stuff like that. I did have it when I was like a really, really, really young kid. A couple really interesting tasting ones too. I'm talking like underage of like 6 or something. And I definitely grew out of the taste, that's for sure. Because I can't stand something like beef jerky. Oh, you know what I did randomly try today finally, though? You know those... You know how I always mention that, McDonald's used to have chicken wraps? And they were, like, their best menu item ever, and then they got rid of it. Like, pretty much, McDonald's has gotten rid of, like, every menu item I ever loved. The fruit parfaits, the chicken wraps, the, there's a third one. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, those apple pies I think they got rid of. Particularly strawberry pies. Those strawberry pies were so good. They were like pure sugar with additional sugar, and then some more sugar. But gosh, they were the best tasting sugar I've ever had. And a few other things, but they basically killed every menu item I ever loved there. Well, except for maybe they're like fries or something. But, like that chicken wrap was so good. And I saw, for a while now, I think they've been advertising it for months. I just never bothered going. Burger King ended up getting a chicken wrap, and I ended up trying it today. And it was okay. It was a pretty small portion. Like, really small. Like, compared to those old chicken wraps that McDonald's has to have, it looks pitiful. The taste was decent. I would not describe... I would not use the word bad to describe it. It was definitely above average, but overall disappointing. Like, above average for something you would expect from Burger King. But, still disappointing and does not fill the void of chicken wrap. I've still been looking for the chicken wrap void to be filled. And it has not been filled. It was an okay chicken wrap, but would not go back again for it. Though would eat it again if presented with such food. But would not go out of way to go back there for it, for sure. as it was pretty average. Yeah, I missed the fruit parfaits too. They were one of the best items McDonald's ever had. Every best item they've ever had, they've gotten rid of. Oh, are nacho fries back at Taco Bell? Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Now I need to go get Taco Bell. Oh no. I've been doing pretty good at not going to fast food, but if taco fries are back, I need to go get them. Maybe when I go get pants, I'll go get them. Because there should be a place pretty close by. Though the supermarket there ended up shutting down. I was right next to my my Taco Bell. There used to be some kind of shopping center there. I don't remember what, but yeah, the whole place is kind of like a ghost town now because they all went out of business, except the Taco Bell, which gets like 1 billion business because it's the only Taco Bell in town. It's kind of funny because at lunchtime hours, like there'll be such a big line. Like, you know how in like I'm not sure how to describe it. You know, kind of like in like a supermarket kind of area where there's like a squared off little area and then the rest of the area is parking lot. I'm not sure how to describe that. Like, there's a square little area with a parking lot inside of a parking lot that then has a establishment, and then the rest of it is parking lot around it. Well, that Taco Bell gets so much business compared to the ghost town around it that square completely fills up and starts filling the completely empty ghost town parking lot around it. It is actually that busy of a Taco Bell. At least at peak hours. Obviously not always. But, yeah, because almost every single business went out around it. The excess parking lot around it that's no longer used because there's like almost nothing there anymore is basically used as overflow Taco Bell parking lot now. Because their own like 30 slots aren't enough sometimes at peak hours. Food and pants, a new combo. I don't think that's uncommon. Don't people after clothes shopping buy food? That can't be that uncommon. I never go clothes shopping, so I wouldn't know. I go clothes shopping at most, maybe once every few years, if that. I use the same clothes forever until they break, and then even then still use them because I just wear them around the house. Like, you guys probably don't even notice, but half the t-shirts I wear, like, let's say, like, Purple Guild War shirt, it is, like, half torn, but it's all torn in the back, so you never actually see it. It just looks like a normal colored shirt. This one's fine, the one I'm wearing right now. But, some of them are, like, completely beat up. Like, I wouldn't wear them out, obviously. Or something like this stream, you probably have never even noticed that some of them are, like, beyond repair. Mostly because it's only at, like, the back end. Or so, like, where the tag is and around that, like, kind of, like, general area. I'm not sure why that place is always, like, the place to break, though. I guess because of how I put on shirts. Just puts more strain on that area. They have like 3 or 4 shirts that are like that, most of which are used for Guild War weeks because they're like the solid color shirts. During college, almost my whole wardrobe was just thrift shop. Like 90% of my entire wardrobe was just whatever I found at thrift shop for like pennies to $1 during the entirety of college. Like my whole wardrobe cost under $100, counting shoes and everything. The only thing I bought separately were, of course, all the underwear and socks. Also, I had a really funny story with the socks, too. My socks ended up, like, tearing. You know, as socks tend to do over time. But my grandma actually ended up looking into it. And she's such a penny pincher that apparently those socks actually had, like, a lifetime warranty thing. You know, they were just, like, normal socks, but for whatever reason, they had, like, a lifetime warranty. So she ended up calling up the place and got, like, a whole like thing of just socks for free. I think all we had to do was pay for the shipping costs, which was like only like $5 or something. But then they sent like about a dozen socks. It's pretty nice. The socks weren't too bad either. They were soft but very thin. So, you know, they could be damaged easily, but they're really comfy. They weren't good for winter, but they were good for just, you know, general use. Oh, what do we need here? I'll take that one over. Where's my grandma to call to get replacements? No, the normal shirts I have do not have any warranty or anything on them. They're like ultra cheap, just plain colored shirts. Also, which I probably picked up for like $5-ish bucks in bulk. That's the whole reason why I even got them, just like mass buy them when they're on sale. You're at the age where 90% of your clothing are gifts. I'm not sure what percent of my clothing would be considered gifts. Because not too many people really gift me clothing. Other than, like, maybe my mom. Because my dad doesn't. And no one in my family does. So it's pretty much, like, exclusively my mom. Is the only person who I know who ever gifts me clothes. She gifts me other things, too, though. I can't think of anyone else who ever gifts me clothes. It's not really that common of a gift item. You never go there because you like food? That's funny. I'm not sure why I only read out the last part aloud. But that's really funny, Humberto. Yeah, most fast food isn't really food. It's more like edible-shaped objects. With edible in quotations. It's like edible quotation marks, question mark after shaped object. Oh no, they're like so bad for you, but gosh, they taste so good. And I quit fast food for 1 year, and ever since then, I have cut down on it a ton. I'd say on average, I do it like maybe once or twice, maybe occasionally 3 times a month. Whereas there's some points in college, I was doing it like every day. But I was going pretty light on it. Like I would get like a fruit parfait at like McDonald's or something, and that would be like one time I was going to fast food. And the problem is, they got rid of all their healthy options. What does McDonald's even have anymore that's, like, even remotely healthy? That isn't, like, the kids' meal with, like, apples and something else. Like, as far as, like, their actual menu. Because, like, almost all their actual menu items, other than salads. Because I never like getting salads from anywhere. I don't quite understand the point of going out and buying a salad. Like, I eat salads pretty often. But I can't think of a single instance, unless it came free with my meal somewheres, where I would ever buy a salad. Like, it just makes more sense to make it yourself. Like, there's a lot of other things where it makes sense, oh, to go out and go get it. Because the amount of prep time and everything else to make it yourself is just, you know, way higher. But I never understood the concept of selling salads at restaurants. Where it's not, like, automatically free with whatever you're doing. Because it is such a free thing to pretty much prep. Obviously, you gotta buy the lettuce and all the ingredients and everything, but, you know. Free as in, like, the amount of prep and everything. Like, you're not using any electricity, you're not using any tools. You don't really need to clean anything other than, like, the bowl you're putting into. And the fork, I guess. You could always use a plastic fork if you really wanted to. That or even eat it with your hands. I don't think I ever would, but if you really didn't want to clean a fork, technically you could. Will never get me matched up. Oh no, I haven't really been looking. I have some in the past, but I don't know, there just isn't really anywhere to go to. Because dating apps are awful. Like all modern dating apps. They're basically just infinite money sinks. I've never paid a cent on any of them though. But they're all pretty much pointless in that regard. I met up with like some friends online for stuff like that, but you know, never anything serious. Like never like long-term relationships, just like general friend things. I feel like the biggest issue with modern dating is the illusion that you have so many choices. Despite it still being pretty localized. And the biggest issue with my area is half of it is water. So I'm at a distinct disadvantage for finding anything anywhere around. Also, this is a pretty high age demographic. Like, it's hard to find people around my age. As this isn't really a place where people around my age would ever go. Unless they, like, grew up here naturally. Most people just move when they grow older here. Or, you know, as they, or, you know, they would move to other locations. Like, most jobs younger people would have would not be in this area. Really tourist-heavy area. With bare minimum wage. Like, you definitely wouldn't get a college education and move here, that is for sure. Are there lots of lakes? There's a couple. I wouldn't use the word lots to describe the number of lakes. But there is definitely a number more than a few. She'll be playing Gems of War on her phone while waiting for Frosty. That's funny. Wait, what message got deleted? Lester. No. That would be called a crime. I was wondering what that deleted message was. I just realized we used our whole XP booster. I kind of still want to keep farming, but I don't want to keep farming for 15 more minutes. If that makes sense. I want to keep going for a few more minutes, but not 15 more minutes. But does anyone else have any other questions anyone want me to go over? Because we just do some normal XP farming right now, might as well. We're not getting the double, but oh well. To what level do you get the Forge Scrolls in Doom? 25. So you have to complete floor 25 and then get to 26. So 25 or 26, depending on how you look at it. The last one that gives a scroll is 25, which means you have to complete all the way to 26. As in, get to 26 and then stop doing battles. Or get to 25 and then finish 25. Whichever way you look at it. But as long as your floor is floor 26 or higher, you are done. You can stop doing it then. Unless your guild has a requirement to do some kind of other minimum. Otherwise, you stop as soon as it says 26 or higher. As anything, therefore, no longer gives Forge Scrolls. It only gives you the... It still gives you Doom points. But the only thing that Doom points does is get you a few more gems across the guild or a couple more copies of the Dooms. Which, of course, are pretty pointless because they're pretty easy to max ascend. I always misinterpret what you say. Do I? I think you misinterpret deliberately what you say. By default. And I misinterpret the misinterpret. Or, oh, you're referring to Genki. But anyways, guys, I think after this fight, we'll call it for now. Till tomorrow night. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Since there's no date right now, since there's no update right now. I meant to say update instead of date because the other conversation going on in chat. But since there's no update tonight, it's probably next Tuesday. We don't really know, but there should be one pretty soon. And next Tuesday seems like the most likely time. If it hasn't happened by now, it's not happening today, that's for sure. But, yeah, we'll go continue tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And 1 week from today, we should hopefully have version 7.2. With that, we'll probably get a Soul Forge upgrade, as we can kind of see that almost teased in the game right now. Because we already know that we're going to be getting more dragons soon. What we need to do to obtain them is in question. But it looks like we might need more Curse Runes and Dragonite for them, potentially. Because if this upgrade thingy is any indication, that means we're going to have to use Curse Runes to go upgrade the Soul Forge, and then hopefully use Dragonite to get the new dragons. That isn't to say that this next patch will be that, but 7.2 or 7.3 are likely to be it. 1 to 3 patches between now, November, or the final patch of the year are likely to include that feature. But we'll find out when it happens. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys later, and thanks for stopping by. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.